Good evening, social media audience. Today is Monday, June the 28th, 2021. My name is Walter L. Dixon Sr. I am the father of my deceased daughter, Katie S. Dixon, whom my Lord and Savior called home on August the 29th, 2020. Her mother and I decided to lay her remains in the care of Southview Cemetery Association, which is located at 1900 Jonesboro Road, Southeast Atlanta, Georgia. One of the main reasons we selected Southview is because it is a historical African American cemetery that dates way back to the 1800s or maybe even earlier. This cemetery in the front is maintained as well as in the back in excellent, outstanding condition. And we were assured by the executive administration and sales staff that Katie remained, her grade will be maintained, and we will be very pleased with her grade in the years to come. Unfortunately, we have not been in peace with the appearance and the negligence of the staff at Southview Cemetery Association because on four different occasions, Katie Gray encountered heavy duty truck tire prints running over her grave. During this time, I notified the CEO, which is Miss Winifred Hemphill, of this situation on November the 23rd. Unfortunately, they placed Katie's headstone on someone else's grave. In addition to we discovering tire marks on her grave. Ms. Hemphill was also notified on 12/14/2020, January 19th, 2021, January 30th, 2021, and again today, June the 26th, 2021, of repeatedly tire prints being discovered on our daughter's grave, and this time the heavy duty truck not only ran over Katie Gray, but also over her headstone. I discovered this on just Saturday, June the 26th, 2021. Since Katie has been laid to rest at Southview, I have visited her grave every Saturday, including this past Saturday of June the 26th, 2021. Today, not out of torment, but out of frustration, I wrote my final letter to Miss Winifred H. I'm sorry, Winifred W. Hemphill, Chief Executive Officer and Registered Agent of Southview Cemetery Association. And this letter expressed our dissatisfaction. And I am providing this information to you, the social media audience, who may have loved ones that is laid to rest at Southview, or please think twice before laying your loved one remain at Southview Cemetery. This letter was sent to Miss Hemphill the CEO, to be delivered by U.S. Postal Service, as well as an email were sent to her today. The letter expressed our serious concern and the immediate problems we have had with them since laying Katie to rest on September the 4th, 2020. This letter reads as follows: Miss Winifred W. Hemphill Cemetery Association. Tractor truck tire prints found on Katie S. Dixon grave
and headstone once again ran over by a Southview Cemetery employees or employee.
Dear Miss Hemphill, this morning Katie, son, and I visit his mother grave, and once again I found truck tire prints over Katie's grave and headstone. The severe weight of the truck pushed her headstone further down in her grave, causing her headstone to be uneven. Because of this, the dirt from the last rainfall had covered 50% of the engraved message, including her name, to be unreadable. See attached photos, and there were 4 pictures that I attached to this letter. Upon finding her grave in this horrible and unacceptable condition, I immediately brought this matter to one of the employees' attention who works on the graves, and his remark were, "So what? We supposed to run over graves when digging other graves, and who cares?" Miss Hemphill, since laying Katie remains to rest at Southview Cemetery, I have written to you on several occasions, including making 3 visits to the cemetery office about the cruel, disrespectful, and thoughtless ways Katie Grave has been maintained, and to this day you have not responded once. And speaking with Kyrie, your employee, he assured me Katie headstone in her grave will be restored immediately. The emotional and mental stress has become unbearable since laying our daughter remains at your cemetery on September the 4th, 2020. At this point, we have depleted all options to resolve our issues with you and your staff involving Katie Gray, and I have no choice but to retain legal counsel, which I will do immediately. I find this whole debacle unnerving and emotionally draining that this is the substandard services that you provide with handling a family remains or their dearly beloved. Part of visiting a loved one grave, especially your child grave, can provide closure and healing. However, I have not been able to find healing or closure for Katie because of the insensitivity and the constant barrage of negligence and dereliction regarding my concern. I know that this recklessness isn't just with my daughter Grade, because I have also seen the thoughtless manner of other family graves being treated and disrespectfully, and this is all unacceptable. Ms. Hemphill, you own and operate a cemetery. A cemetery holds the final remains of a family loved ones whom they hold dear to their heart. If you have lost your vigor, your heart for what the cemetery represents, or if your compassion for others has faded, you are in the wrong business. My advice to you is to pass the business on to someone else who cares and has the professional customer service skills to make changes internally and treat the deceased with respect. The grief and anxiety that I am experiencing due to your failure to exercise care and compassion is beyond my imagination. It is quite shameful that I have to seek legal counsel for you to do what you should do routinely and commonplace. I bring this message to you and leave you with these words. If you have loved ones or a loved one remain at this cemetery, please go by and check on it and make sure it is in your manner of satisfaction. If Katie's mother and I and her 16-year-old son would have known this prior to placing Katie remains on September 4th, 2020 at Southview Cemetery, we would have chosen another cemetery. I thank you for listening, and the details and contents and text of this letter is listed below. May God bless you